Imagine a nation fighting for survival. A land torn between foreign domination and internal division. And standing at the center of this struggle, a man destined to become Scotland's greatest king. This is the story of Robert the Bruce, the ruler who turned defeat into victory and secured Scotland's independence. Robert the Bruce was born in 1274 into a noble family with royal blood. But Scotland at the time was a fractured kingdom, claimed by England's powerful King Edward I, also known as the Hammer of the Scots. The Scottish lords were divided, their leaders competing for power, while English armies tightened their grip. For years, Robert was trapped in a difficult position, caught between loyalty to his homeland and the harsh political pressure from England. He even swore fealty to the English crown, a decision that would haunt him for years. But he was playing a long game, waiting for the right moment. Then, in 1306, everything changed. In a dramatic and desperate confrontation, Robert killed his main rival for the throne, John Comyn, inside a church in Dumfries. This was a shocking and sacrilegious act that left him with no way back. It was a point of no return. He had to choose rebellion or face certain death. He chose rebellion, and in doing so, he chose destiny. Just weeks later, Robert declared himself King of Scots. It was a bold, almost reckless move. The English struck back with overwhelming force. King Edward I's armies crushed Robert's early attempts at resistance. He lost battle after battle. His allies were captured and executed. His lands were seized, and even members of his own family, including his wife and daughter, were taken prisoner. Scotland's new king became a fugitive, hunted like an animal, forced to hide in caves and remote islands. Many believed his cause was completely lost. But Robert did not break. Legend has it that while hiding in a cave, he watched a spider patiently trying to spin its web. Again and again, the spider failed, but it never gave up. Inspired by this display of persistence, Robert resolved to do the same. He began to rebuild his army, slowly, one person at a time, village by village, clan by clan. His strategy evolved. He stopped trying to fight the English in open battle. Instead, he mastered the art of guerrilla warfare, swift ambushes, lightning-fast strikes, and knowing exactly when to melt back into the hills. He fought not just with swords, but with patience, intelligence, and a deep understanding of the Scottish landscape. Then came the ultimate turning point, the Battle of Bannockburn in 1314. The new English king, Edward II, marched north with a massive army, one of the largest ever to invade Scotland. His goal was simple, to crush the Scottish rebellion once and for all. Robert, heavily outnumbered, chose his ground carefully. He used the terrain to his advantage, setting his forces between marshes and a river, digging hidden pits to trap the English cavalry, and organizing his spearmen into disciplined formations called schiltrons. For 2 long, brutal days, the Scots fought with a ferocity and determination that stunned their opponents. They stood their ground against charging knights and pushed back wave after wave of attacks. In the end, the mighty English army collapsed and fled in chaos. It was one of the most decisive and stunning victories in medieval history. Robert the Bruce had done what the great William Wallace had begun. He had delivered Scotland its freedom. It wasn't the end of the war, but it was the beginning of the end. In 1328, after years of further conflict and diplomacy, the English crown finally signed the Treaty of Edinburgh-Northampton, officially recognizing Scotland as a fully independent kingdom, with Robert as its rightful king. After decades of relentless struggle, he had achieved what once seemed completely impossible. Robert the Bruce died a celebrated hero in 1329, leaving behind a legacy of courage, resilience, and unwavering dedication to his homeland. His story reminds us that even in the darkest of times, one person's refusal to give up can change the course of history. If this story inspired you, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow Legendary Lives for more epic journeys into the past. History is full of heroes and their stories are waiting to be told. Thanks for watching.